guys, I'm your fitness trainer Jamie Lynch on and offline, and we have a great surprise for you today. This is Haley. Haley is a beautiful mom of 5, one beautiful girl, and 4 very bouncing boys. Ages 9 months all the way to 16.
Almost 17.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so she's very busy, but her goal in life is to be able to walk or hike 2 miles with your kids without being sore the next day, things like that, right?
Not huffing and puffing and blowing a house down like a big bad wolf.
We don't want that. We want to keep our houses, right? So now normally for Haley, I would recommend to just start walking around the neighborhood, half mile, get up to that 2 miles so she can go hiking easily. But Haley is in a special conditions case. Haley here has misshapen joints and a bulging disc. So big red flags where I do not want her going just walking around because she could hurt her disc further or she could have her joints slip out of place and get injured. So what we want to do with Haley first is to strengthen her muscles all around her joints. And then once we get that taken care of and her bulging disc, then we can send her out walking, getting a little bit more cardio intensive. So right now, Haley doesn't currently exercise, right?
That's correct. I just chase after my kids.
That counts. That counts. But we need a little bit more if we are going to make it 2 miles hiking.
Yes.
So Haley has committed to a small exercise program. We're not going to do anything bouncing around because that could, again, make her joints go out of place or hurt her bulging disc. So if you relate to Haley in any way, you have chasing kids around the house, a bulging disc, or misshapen joints, show her some love and put some comments in below, and you can follow along this workout with us. Okay, the first move we're going to do for you, Haley, is to help strengthen your back and to help get rid of that disc. So what we're going to do is arm at 90 degrees. We're just going to find some wall space and put it right against the wall. And then we're going to take our hips and push it right into the wall and then control it right back up. So squeezing the abs. Now what we want to do here is on whatever side hurts the most with the bulging disc. So let's say if your left side is hurting, you want to be doing this with the right side. Or vice versa. So Haley, are we on the right side for you? The correct side. Switch. Okay. Perfect. So again, arm 90 degrees and then just dip that hip in. Perfect. And then just keep squeezing in that core. Very nice. Okay, let's do 5 more of these. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, perfect. If you guys will notice, her feet are about 10 inches away from the wall. You can go as far or as close as feels comfortable to you, but you want to be far away enough that you can get a nice dip into the wall. Okay, our second exercise for bulging disc will come down onto the floor. Okay, we're going to come all the way down to our stomachs and put your forearms out on the ground. And then just push up into your elbows. Haley, you are doing that perfectly. And then just hang out here and maybe wiggle the hips just slightly to get comfortable. And take a nice deep breath, inhale. Oh, we're doing such a good job.
This is the easy part.
Right, this is the easy part. Okay, from here we're gonna do like a modified Sphinx push-up. So we're gonna go down and then we're gonna push off into the palms of the hands. Let's keep going down and up. And then you can just use your range of motion, whatever feels comfortable. You want to extend your back as far as feels comfortable. So that's just going to vary per person, but this is going to help push that disc back in place, get rid of the bulge so it doesn't touch the nerve. So that's our goal. And doing these each day will help us achieve that goal. And remember, keep breathing nice and deeply. Let's do one more big inhale, just to make sure that we're still breathing. Okay, let's do 5 more. Here we go. 5, and try and extend your back a little further each time, but just go to the point of tension. 4, 3, 2, last one. Awesome, and come down. One more deep breath. Awesome. Okay, we've taken care of the bulging disc for today. So now let's move on to your joints. So we're gonna work on the glutes. We're also going to work on the hip flexors to make sure that her hips don't slide out of place We want a lot of the thighs to make sure that the knees stay safe. Those are a big one for most people, are knees and hips. So we're going to be focusing on the muscles around those to make sure that she can get up to walking around and then eventually hiking. Okay, the first exercise we're going to do, we are going to get to all fours. So hands and knees, and our alignment here is shoulders right underneath the wrist. So Haley's looking perfect. Her hips are right on top of the knees. Flawless. Way to go, Haley. Okay, so anytime we have bulging disc, we want to avoid flexing the spine. So that's bending forward, rounding the back, because that can allow the bulge to go out further. So what we want to do here is to train it to go the other way. So what we're going to do is take the tailbone and push it up to the sky, and then look upwards as well. And nice and deep here, get a nice back. You're gonna hold it here, nice deep breath. And then we're gonna come back to neutral spine. So the hips just go back to normal. Okay, Haley, let's show another one. So take the tailbone up, perfect. So she's got this nice crevice going on, this nice arch in her back, concaving. So perfect. Okay, now go back to neutral, and then she flattens back out. Okay, let's speed that up a little bit. Okay, look upwards and neutral. Hips go up and neutral. Go 3 more. Up and neutral. Up, neutral. Last one. Up and neutral. Okay, we are going to stay on all fours from here. What we're going to do is we're going to take the right arm and we're going to extend it outwards. Then we're going to take the opposite leg, the left leg, and bring it up. Perfect. We're just going to hold it here, strengthening the core. Hold it in nice and tight, and continue breathing. You want to hold the exercise and not your breath. So this is, are you feeling a little challenge?
Just a little bit.
Awesome. That means we're right on point. Because if this is too easy, I have to make it harder. So she's perfectly extended. Her abs are nice and tight. That is just what we want to see. All right, hang in there. We got about 3 more seconds. And then we are going to shift it outwards and bring it back in. Shift it out and bring it in. So if you'll notice, keep going, Haley, that her arm and her legs are moving as one unit. As the arm goes out to the right, the leg comes into the left. Perfect. So this is going to challenge you even more. And keep that belly button pulled into the spine. Nice. You got it. 2 seconds. There we go. Okay, bring it down to all fours. Deep breath. You made it through. Okay, let's go to the other side. So let's bring the left arm up and the right leg up. And we're gonna hold it here. There we go. We're gonna hold it here for 30 seconds. Tightening up in the core. Really focus on keeping that core strong so we don't make the back carry all the load and stress out the back. All right, let's take it out to the left and bring it back center. Left and center, nice and slow at your own pace. And the leg stays the opposite direction. So as arm goes left, the leg goes right. And we're still breathing. All right, we got about 5 more seconds left. Hang in there. 2, 1. All right, next is Haley's favorite. We're gonna do a bent knee, leg lift. So we're still staying on all fours. So shoulders still above the wrist, hips still above the knees. We're gonna take the right leg, we're gonna lift it up. Now as we lift it up, we wanna avoid shifting from right to left or left to right. Keep it nice and steady, and we're just gonna pulse it straight up. And we're gonna try and flex the foot. There we go. Hold up the ceiling. So, some people have a tendency to go left or right. We want to keep it nice and straight up, right behind the hips, and keep lifting. And over time, you'll be able to have an increased range of motion on how high you can lift that back leg. So this is really great for those glutes to tighten up around the hips. Keep that foot flexed, and we're pulsing. All right, we're gonna switch legs, bring it down. Make sure we're gonna re-center, we're nice and square. And then just lift up the left leg. Try not to shift your weight. And pulse it upward as we flex the foot. Perfect. And Focus on tightening those abs. Did I hear you pop? See, we heard your joints popping already. Poor thing. That's why we're here today, right? To get you better. All right, and bring it down. All right, guys, let's take that right leg. We're gonna stick it out. We're gonna point. And we're gonna try not to shift over to the left. Keep it centered as much as possible. We're gonna do leg lifts. Now, your range of motion on here is gonna be very different depending on the individual, and that's okay. As long as we're working, that's what matters. A nice leg lift. And you will probably feel this pretty quickly, right, Haley?
Oh, yes.
The burn comes very fast on this one, but it's worth it. All right, let's switch sides. 30 seconds was up, that easy. So now shift out the other leg, the left leg. Stick it out and pump it up. Perfect. So the only thing we'll double check on Haley here is again her alignment. Try and straighten out that elbow a bit. Perfect, there we go. So sometimes as you lean out, you can bend the elbow and that shifts your weight. Locking them just slightly, giving them a little give is gonna help. All right, perfect, Haley. Good job. Okay, let's move on to lying on our back. Okay, so here you can use 2 pillows, you can use a ball, you can use a Pilates ring. It will all get the job done. Whatever you have is totally fine. We're gonna put it in between the knees. Put it between the knees, and then we're gonna grab on underneath the knees and slowly roll ourselves in. Okay, we have our resistance between our knees. What we're gonna do is press our belly button into the spine and squeeze the knees together. Nice and squeezed. So we wanna focus on our pelvis right now, keeping it very tight and contracted while we're also pushing those knees together. And this is all gonna help for those hip joints as well, tightening up all the muscles around it. That way to help our hips stay in place. All right, let's do a couple more. And done. Okay.
3 times as many as I did.
Okay, we put our equipment away and we are going to stay on our backs. What we're going to do is keep the left knee bent if you're a true beginner. So Haley, keep your knee bent. We're gonna take the right leg and we're gonna just stick it straight up. And we're gonna go across the line of the body. We're not going super far out. We're just barely gonna go out, down low, up and around. All right, so now let's make it nice and fluid. Perfect. So Haley, the only thing I want you to do is not go so far out to the right with your leg. So try and keep within the frame of the body so you don't want to go past your shoulders. And then we're going to keep our belly button pulled into the spine, pushing into the ground. And we want to make sure that we are still breathing.
Yeah.
All right, let's reverse that direction. So counterclockwise now. Down and around. And now if you want a little bit of a challenge, you can drop that other leg and then it just makes your abs a little bit less stable. So you have to focus on keeping the hips still while also doing your leg circles. Awesome. We are almost there. All right, bend it, bring it down. Now we're gonna go to the other leg, bring it up tall, and choose clockwise, counterclockwise. I'm going counterclockwise. You joining me?
I know, I would go outside and then go in.
Right, it just makes sense, right?
It does.
Now, one of the points of putting this on YouTube for Haley is 1, so she can exercise with herself every day, and 2, is so she can be accountable. All right, let's switch it up. So bring it in. So now we are on clockwise. So hopefully we can bring Haley back in a month and a half, redo these exercises, and see how she's progressed. And if she's gotten better and stronger, and then ready to go out and maybe start walking. So,
Just as it starts snowing.
just as it starts snowing now. Or it gets too cold to go outside and we have a new excuse. That just means more indoor workout. All right, bring it. Okay, from here we're going to do modified bicycle crunches. So what I want you to do is bring both legs up at 90 degrees. We do not want to bring the knees into the chest. Keep them out right here. We're gonna extend one leg, push it out while we push on the thigh, and then switch. And then we can kind of lean over to the leg that is up. Push. So you're creating your own resistance here. So the harder you push, the harder this is going to be. And the lower you drop your leg, the harder it's going to be. So you choose your level. You want to keep it kind of high or take it down lower. So yeah, accountability, Haley. So if you guys can send her some love in the comments, give her some encouragement, I think she would appreciate it. All right, let's go. 3, 2, last one each side, and down. Okay, Haley, what's next? Small leg circles. Okay, so the same thing, legs bent. Let's start with the right leg. Let's bring it up, and let's drop it down to a 45 degrees, so you're probably about parallel with your other thigh. Take your big toe and draw a circle. And keep breathing. All right, Haley, how are you feeling?
Not too bad.
Nice. She's not dead. So if you're worried about doing this workout, don't worry, because Haley's still alive. You will be too.
My leg's still hurting.
As long as it's somewhat of a circle, we'll count it. And again, if you want to make this harder, you can drop one leg. All right, let's switch it. Here we go.
Right-handed, not left-handed. I want the right leg and not left-legged, so these circles are not circles.
I know, the left leg always feels awkward. And I think especially when you go counterclockwise, I feel like it's harder. So here, we want to make sure that we're not wiggling too much in the hips. We're controlling the core, keeping it nice and strong. All right, let's switch back to the right leg and let's do the opposite direction. That way we give our legs a little bit of a break. Not that we need it, right?
Yeah, no, we're good. Let's keep going.
You could do this forever. A piece of cake. Carrot cake, right?
Yes, oh yeah.
Alright, switch. Alright, so now on this leg I'm going clockwise. Again, make it harder and drop the leg. Perfect. No. Haley's doing opposite. So if you'll notice her hips aren't wiggling too far back and forth. She's trying to control her abs, belly button pulling into the spine. She's stabilizing herself with her arm. Her leg is pointed and she's attempting those circles. It kind of looks like a toddler circle, but it still works.
I took corners from my 3-year-old before I came.
He taught her how to draw. All right, guys, we are going to take it from the top one more time, and then you're done. 2 cycles is Haley's goal, working up to 3 cycles. But for today, we're going to hit 2 cycles. So let's take it from the top on the floor. So all fours. All right. Bring the tailbone up to the sky, arch the back, and look upwards. And deep breath. All right, neutral spine, and up, and neutral, and up. So really focus on that arch. Push that disc back into place. Connect with your back. Awesome, so you just keep going at your own pace. So we want to try and get lots of crunches. All right, next, right arm out, left leg out. We're gonna hold it 30 seconds. Again, focusing on keeping that core nice and tight. You're nice and controlled. Almost there. 8 more seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's bring it back up. All right, nice and tight. Okay, bring your shoulder a little bit more forward. There we go. Okay, now outwards and back center. Out and center. So try and keep the core nice and stable. The only thing that's going to move here is the arm and the leg in one motion. No other part of the body will be moving. Unless you're like me and you're talking a lot. I guess you can smile. You can move your mouth. I'll allow that one. All right, let's switch. All right, get your alignment, shoulders, wrists, hips, and knees. Left arm, right leg. Hold it and breathe. It's amazing how many muscles it takes to hold still, right? It takes concentration. That's why kids can't do it.
That's what I was about to say. Kids must not be muscular.
Once you get to build up muscles, have them hold still. All right, let's bring it out. And then a nice, slow, controlled movement. Make sure we're going with muscle and not momentum. Doing awesome, halfway through. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rear leg lift. So, okay, check your alignment. We are good. All right, bring the right leg up. Point the toe up. So the last time we flexed the toe, this time we're gonna point the toe. It works, it's just in a slightly different way. So neither is greater, both. Only thing we wanna make sure is just that our leg is pointed up straight behind us. Haley, you are doing wonderful. And then just always focusing up, upward motion. Yes, perfect, up. All right, let's switch. Left leg, nice form, abs in tight, and pulse it. This time, toes pointed. We've got this. All right, after this, we're gonna go into our lateral lift. About 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, breathe in. All right, right leg, point out to the right. Again, try and make sure you point it out. We're not leaning over to the left, and pulse it upwards. So whatever your range of motion here, totally great as long as you're doing it. Try and feel it. You know, my foot has a cramp. Didn't drink enough water today. All right, guys, get your pillows, ring or ball in between the legs, abs are nice and tight, and bring that belly button into the floor. And here we go, let's pulse it in. Pulse it in. Squeeze everything nice and tight. You're gonna be squeezing in your thighs, you'll be squeezing in your pelvic area. There's so many muscles that this exercise can work. We're gonna focus on all of them. So really think in your mind about all these muscles, be concentrating, connecting with the body, and breathing. My Pilates room is squeaky. Or at least it means I'm doing it, right? It's real. All right, now let's try squeeze and hold. 1, 2, 3, release. Squeeze and hold. 2, 3, release. Squeeze, 2, 3, and release. Awesome. Okay, we're done with the equipment. Moving on to
Leg circle lifting.
leg circle lift things. Leg circle. Okay, bend straight and you choose. Let's bring it up and stay within the line of the body. We are going clockwise, abs in nice and tight. Still breathing. Sometimes when we do these exercises, especially when we engage the core, it's really easy to stop breathing. So, or breathe really shallow. Okay, let's reverse it. 30 seconds can go by really fast. Or really slow.
Depending on the action.
Oh, that's true. At least we're not doing like burpees or something. Not yet anyways, right, Haley?
I've never done one.
Never?
Isn't that where you like squat and jump or something?
Yeah, it's close. It's like a squat, push-up, jump combination.
I'm not supposed to jump.
Right? Yes. Yes.
Never done one.
All right, let's switch it. Here we go. We're going clockwise, staying within the frame of the body.
Sorry.
You're good.
I'm just so excited. I want to get all that extra movement.
No, do it. Get up in my space. You're good. No, we do not want to pull that about. So, refocus everything nice and tight and stay within the line of the body. We don't need to pull it out too far. All right, let's reverse. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, going outwards seems to be easier, and then going inwards doesn't feel as fluid. But that's why we work both ways, right? Make sure they're strong in all directions. All right, bend them, breathe. We did insides and outs. All right, let's do modified bicycle. So we're gonna bring it up. All right, and this time we're gonna change it up. So drop one, and you can either push or we can bring the upper body off the ground and do our bicycles. Now this is a little bit different than probably what you're used to. What we'll be doing here is, notice Haley's not bringing her knees into the chest. She's not going past this 90-degree angle. That is what you want. Please make sure you're not bringing those knees. She did a little too far on that one. That one's good. So we're not bringing them into the chest. Just staying at 90 degrees. It's gonna work you so much better. It targets more of the thigh as well as everything else. So it's a much more efficient exercise. All right, 2 more, Haley. 1. Last one each side. Awesome. Okay, we are almost done. All right, keeping it down, we are going to do little leg circles this time. So bring it out 45 degrees, circle with your toe. Try and keep the hips nice and still. If you want the challenge, drop that other foot. And that's gonna be a little bit harder to keep the hips still, a little bit more of a challenge. So you choose your level. And reverse. We're still staying on that same leg. And this is great, small little movement that can still help firm up right around the knee joint. Just those micro movements without bouncing around or doing things that can cause it to shift or go out of place. We're just strengthening it before we're actually being weight bearing on the knee. So nice and easy. It's still effective for those guys. All right, we are switching. So Haley and I tend to go outwards first, so you can go inwards first. As long as you rotate, you're good. So Haley is on day 4 of this, so a solid 4 days in a row.
Yeah.
So super awesome. So we just talked about doing this on Sunday. All right, switch. I wrote her this workout on Sunday, taught it to her, and then we have this thought to film it so she has some accountability. So if you guys can send her some love in the comment section below, give her some support, some encouragement, let her know she's not alone, and give her motivation to keep doing this every day. And not only that, you can work out with yourself every day, see her beautiful self, and that way she has these exercises performed correctly and she can see them. So super great. Okay, how do you feel?
Exhausted, but good.
Exhausted but good. That means mission accomplished. So Haley worked up a little bit of a sweat with this, which is awesome. That's perfect. That's just where we want her, where she's starting to move her body, get a little bit of fatigue, not so much that she's gonna be dead the next day, but where she's moving and progressing. That's what we want. So if you're like Haley and got sweaty, awesome job, way to go. If not, maybe kick it up a notch, work harder. So it's definitely a partnership between both of us, like Haley was saying before, that I am giving her the workout to do, but then the other half is her working hard to get it done, to do it, to get the success that she wants.
You can't do the workout for me, so.
Right, so I wrote it for you, we did it together, and now I leave you on your own to keep it up. So hopefully in a month and a half we can get back together.
Yeah.
We can redo this together. And
Right before all the holiday eating.
before all the fudge and the chocolates and the cookies come in.
My favorite time of the year, all the baking.
Yummy, it's true. So we'll reassess her and see if she's kept up with her exercises. She doesn't need to tell us, we'll know by how are those leg lifts? Are they higher than they were before? Can we get through them a little bit longer without being fatigued? So we'll definitely be able to tell. So there's your challenge, Haley. But awesome. She's been doing great so far, so just keep it up.
4 for 4.
Okay, you've got this. You've got this. All right, if you found this helpful or if you want to support Haley, give us a thumbs up and have a good day.